Lunched in my half-reclined chair, his arms folded under his head, his heavy boots in the middle of my desk, on top of papers and notepads. He smirked at me, his eyebrows shooting up. If that wasn't a challenge, I didn't know what was. Okay. 1 breath. I put one leg before the other. 2. Straight line to my desk. 3. Carefully set what was left of my brandy-heavy coffee in one corner. 4. Came around to where Shiro had decided to plant his sorry ass. 5. Stared down at him and inhaled deeply when he didn't move. 6. Fuck this, counting my breaths and trying to keep my anger in check. With nothing more than a growl for a warning, I grabbed one side of Shiro's leather jacket. Who the fuck wears that when it's still this hot outside, anyway, and pulled up. Shiro yelped and tried to grab the chair, but he wasn't fast enough. I kept pulling and dragging until he stood and followed me to the middle of our spacious office. I released him. Okay, maybe I'd shove him free and watched him stumble back and fall onto my couch. What the fuck do you think you're doing at my desk? I bit out, closing in on him. Shiro narrowed his eyes and pushed his chin up. It was empty. So fucking what? Do you make a habit of randomly entering places of business and sitting on whatever chair happens to be unoccupied at the time? But I came in with David, he whined, not doing much to make me less willing to punch his stupid face. David, I said, not taking my eyes off Shiro. Did you invite Shiro here? Told him he could sit at my desk. No. And no. Sorry, now, I held up a hand to stop him. Look here, Shiro. Owl Investigations does not offer daycare services to their employees. And it's never bring your cheating boyfriend to work day. So you either stop jeopardizing David's job and take your sorry ass back to his place, or I have a serious conversation with David and see where we go from there. You have no reason to fire David. Shiro crossed his arms on his chest and planted his legs on the floor. Are you sure about that? You're disrupting our every move. Would you really fire him? I narrowed my eyes, suddenly stumped by the glee in his eyes. This was what Shiro wanted. And the bastard had me right where he wanted me.
Hello there everyone, it's day 9 of VEDA. And I trust you've met Clive and loved him. Clive, it's just a name. It's what I named my read aloud voice, preferred voice in Word, if that wasn't clear. I've mentioned him before, and read aloud is how I do all of my proofreading. It helps me catch things I might not see just because of how he pronounces stuff. But from that clip, you might have realized sometimes Clive pronounces things in a very weird way, plus he has no inflection or flow or anything like that, so it can be really funny, especially as whenever he encounters PI, he will read it as pie, which might make me a little hungry, I confess. And now I promised you to introduce you to one of my most useless skills ever. Has to do with my leg, post-breakage leg, that is. So yesterday I was in a lot of pain, a lot of it, and I couldn't understand why, because I'm better now. I no longer take pain pills, not even once a day. And yesterday my knee was a bitch, my entire leg hurt, it wasn't fun. And I came home last night and took a pain pill and it completely destroyed my stomach. I just pretty much took different stuff to calm my burning stomach every 2 hours throughout the night. It was fun. If you're wondering why my pain was in so much, not my pain, my leg was in so much pain, was because this morning, not that you'd know it now, we had a lot of clouds, like a lot. The entire sky was covered, so pretty much my skill is to tell if there's going to be rain the next day. It gets even more useless than that, because you know, if I get clouds in the afternoon, I can like see them, and I don't need my leg to tell me that. Plus, I have AccuWeather on my phone, which, as the name says, it's a pretty accurate weather app. If I want to know what the weather would be like tomorrow, I can check that. I don't need my freaking leg to hurt. But if I ever lose my phone and I can't look up at the sky to see what the weather is like, or I for some reason need to know what the weather would be like the next day, don't know why, because I don't go out much these days, just stay here and edit and proofread, well then I have my useless leg. And it announces all of that through sheer blinding pain, which is great. I'm halfway through the OWL proofread. I have like 2 or 3 hours to go today, and then format it and then submit it. So that's it for now. I'll see you tomorrow.